Have you ever seen a movie called The Witches? Have you ever seen a movie called The Witches? Have you ever seen a movie called The Witches? Well, uh, we're going to talk about it for a little while here on the Unction. Hold tight. Thank you for joining us on the Unction, where we give the Word of God and depend on the Spirit of God to edify the people of God. One thing I know is when you are at war, whenever the enemy shows up, you have to be ready to return fire. And just like a snake, Daystar wants to release information at night when they feel that we're not going to speak back, we're not going to answer it, and you feel as if your videos can circulate enough to get ahead of things before anyone is quick enough to think of how wicked and insidious you actually are. Um, I'm here because Joni, as it says here on this slide, Joni is making a move and she is giving her version of events. And I know it's often said that you have this side and somewhere in the middle is the truth. But what I want to tell you now is I have seen enough to realize when someone is running game. Um, Brothers and sisters, when you need to get the truth out, you don't have to put on a production in that sense. Um, you don't have to make sure that we look soft and feminine and we're all sitting symmetrically. And I think if Joni is in the middle, it would just show too much of her dominance. And let her stay in the place, a little off like she usually does. And um, we all need coffee too. For some reason, we all need coffee. Um, it's just a well placed production, and we don't have the war chest that Daystar has. We don't have a production team. We don't have lighting and the cameras they have. We don't have the PR people and the handlers that they have to convey their message to their people. We know our people, and we're going to give our message to our people. And what that is supposed to do is cause a satiation within the narrative, and we're supposed to forget the truth. But I tell you, they just gave me this whole vibe because I've seen this type of mindset. I've dealt with these type of people, and it just gave me this whole vibe the entire time. And I'm gonna get into the substance of it. I'm not just here to make fun and to go here and there. I'm going to answer back to it right now because the strategy is that everyone will be asleep through the night and our narrative will get out ahead. But no, we're not going to let that happen. One part of this interview, at the beginning, they went into the child issues. That was the first thing that they began to deal with, that strategy. The one that don't make no sense and you don't have no real answers for, and the one you got to answer in a very specific way. She was saying things like, I never did that. And those are lies, lies. There's a certain way you answer so that it still give you some maneuverability. And when an ear is not trained, you can't hear that. But when an ear is trained, you know what they're doing. Someone, once again, who has lived and been in meetings listening to grown men trying to escape out of what they have done to children, you hear the way they answer. It's never just you lying on me, and I hope that God reveal the truth, and I hope God get you for what you know, when you are being falsely accused, there's a certain amount. Pastor Ray, there's an echo in my mic. Okay, the loop back is on. Thank you for telling me. There's a certain way you answer. See, that's why I said we got to go to war. We got to be ready, and I'm going to be ready. But when you are accused of something, there's a certain way you reply. And I understand that for Joni. I understand that for Joni. Thank you for telling me about the echo. Is that better? Is that better? Everyone let me know. For Joni, she is being handled in such a way where she knows how to answer, and it's to appeal to us. She knows that it don't appeal to people with trained ears out here, but to the masses, those answers suffice. And so they wanted to get through the first part where you didn't have a lot of grounds, you didn't make a lot of sense. So you say whatever you need to say, and then you get on past that. And what she did, she got on past that to the issues with Doug and the issues with taking over Daystar and talking about Jonathan's performance or whatever the case may be. See, like I said, I don't have a war chest like Daystar, so I just got to get up and go to war. And some things I might have some technical difficulty. Thank you for hanging in there with me. But here's the point. What Joni is banking on is us not knowing how wicked the devil is. What she's banking on is hoping we don't understand the devil is a liar. And one of the things she said, once again, we're going to have a soft look. We're going to have our table set. We're going to look good. We're going to sound nice. And the reason why is because we want to be able to deceive you into putting your guard down and not listening with your good ears. But one of the things she said that was supposed to take away our guard, let me answer this. This might be something important. Yes. I'm actually live, and you're live with me. Yeah, I don't mind doing that. We're at war. It's a lot of things that happen in war. I'm going to make sure everyone's okay. Everything's okay. Maybe I was getting another notification, but okay, we're good. Everything's good. All right. Here's one of the things that she said that was supposed to diffuse a lot of people, and that's this. That's this. I'm a grandmother. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't cover up my own grandchild. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. 392 of you that is here right now, I'm going to tell you what I have learned, what I have seen in my life. I think this is why Susie might have contacted me, because I keep telling you I have lived this. You don't think, she said, I won't sacrifice my grandchild for ministry. Well, I got a story for everything because I lived it. There is this ministry that is very well-to-do, churches in America, churches overseas, did some campaigning for Donald Trump, got to meet the president, worked in different departments of the government, good friends in Congress, friends to ambassadors. And I'm telling you that this ministry was so full of secrets, it will blow your mind. One secret was this, because you would think, not a grandmother. I'm a grandmother. I'm a grandfather. I have children. I have grandchildren. I don't see it. I'm listening to, I don't see it. Let me tell you something. This family, well-to-do, campaigned for the Trump campaign, and met the president. Um, like I said, connections in Congress, friends to ambassadors, churches overseas. One of the things that was in their family that you wouldn't know nothing about, because we got to keep the image up, is their son had a whole tryst with their grandson. And I believe at the time he might have been late teens or mid teens, the grandson. I know he wasn't like an adult age. I'm not even sure he was driving age. But I remember when their son had a whole situation with their grandson. Now, for me, that would have I just would have left ministry alone. If something's happening in my family where my son wants my grandson, so it was like an uncle nephew thing. If I'm in ministry and my son is trying to do something with my grandson, I think I'd stop. I think I'd be like, you know what? I need to pray. Listen, y'all. I done prayed for everybody. I done sought the Lord for everybody. But you know what? I need some time. My family needs help. We need Jesus. We need real help. Nope. You think them people did that? No. Them grandkids, they didn't care what went on. They didn't care what was going on with them kids. And let me tell you, I brought up this story because that's the easy one to bring up. There are worse ones. I'm bringing up this story because this is the easy one to bring up, because it was later teens, mid to later teens, and an adult man. And so that's a little easier. It was worse things, and I'm trying not to even go there. What is my point? My point to you is, when people have a certain amount of power, prestige, and influence, yeah, their scruples or lack thereof will allow them to sacrifice family. Yes, it will. And I don't mean any harm. And I'm not here, like I said, to nitpick. But I am here to tell you the truth. You better know the deceitfulness of sin, number one. Number two, you better know that the devil is real wicked. You better know that the enemy is real wicked. I want to just go over a couple things that she said. And I want to, have I been on this screen the whole time? I know I'll just press these buttons. But I want to go over a couple things that she said. And I hope that you all will be able to understand me. I hope you all will be able to understand me here. One thing that she said was, as long as me and Marcus is alive, as long as me and Marcus is alive, she said, we were not expecting for Jonathan to take over. I know that. I said that actually the night before, because it's a new day. Night before, I said that one reason why Joni has been reacting this way with Doug is because they weren't expecting for Marcus to be gone in 2021. They weren't expecting that. I was looking for some answers here. Y'all could have told me I was on that screen that whole time. But yeah, I told you all the other night that this power struggle and this power dynamic was going to be there because these people were not expecting for these major changes to be in place. So that power struggle and dynamic was going to be in that place. I told you that. The other thing in this is Joni saying that Everything came from a low level blogger. This is the condescension. This is the condescension that happens in these circles. You're not good as us. You're not great as us. We're something special. You are less than. So the Royce report, oh, this all came out from some low-level blogger. Why is this given in this way? Because it is to demean. Oh, why would you believe them? They're nothings. We're something great. They're nothings. This is the condescending nature of people who feel like I am so far up that how dare you reproach me? How dare you question me? You can't question my integrity. You can't question my validity. I told y'all, I'm at war tonight. I'm at war tonight, so I've had to fight. I've had to fight. So I'm gonna show you. One of the things another thing they said was they think my friends. Oh, this is funny. I'm glad that I'm back on camera for this because y'all let me talk about 10 minutes with that picture up there. But anyway, I'm glad I'm back on camera for this. That woman said, people think that my friends are yes men. And then she looked at them and was like, y'all not yes men, are you? Yes, ma'am, we not. Man. Oh my goodness. They said, all of my friends are not yes men. Joni said that. And then these people said, yes, ma'am. We not no yes men. Yes, ma'am, you right. Man, like I said, it really gave me this vibe, boy. They said, man, let's get our good wigs. We're gonna get our good hair on tonight. And we gonna get on here and we're gonna give our little presentation and we gonna work them, ladies. We gonna work them. Y'all with me? Squad up. And they went to task with her and they had their predetermined questions and their predetermined responses, and they wanted to look natural as possible and normal as possible, sitting symmetrically with coffee cups, everybody coffee cup clean, boy. I don't even know if real coffee was in it. Every coffee cup clean up there. May the Lord deliver every member of his church from evil in Jesus' name. Please. Somebody said the filters are filtering in that video. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So tonight is not going to be the deep dive. The deep dive will be on rather tomorrow or the day after, because I'm pretty sure Jonathan and Susie, I actually talked to them today. Well, it would be yesterday because it's 1 a.m. So somebody said they know on a personal level. I know on a personal level what following a false prophet can do. Through my father's side of the family, lost 7 family members in Jonestown. Oh, my Father God. Lost 7 family members in Jonestown in 78. Lord, continue to heal you. Here's what I got to say. I'm going to do a deeper dive in the next coming days. I'm pretty sure Jonathan and Susie are going to respond. I was able to speak to them today. They have some other things in the works. They said that Susie said Jonathan is in war mode. I'm happy to hear that. You can't undo some of the wrong steps of the past, but you can go forward and fight hard for your family moving forward. And I'm grateful to hear him in this war path. I am looking forward to continuing to fight this fight because, as I said, it's more important is more important to see that this thing is beyond Daystar, Joni, Doug, Jonathan, and Susie. This and that poor baby especially. Even though it is very serious, it is beyond even them. And once again, please forgive me for just jumping on here the way I jumped on here, because once again, we're at war and you just got to be ready to fire back. And if it's in the middle of the night, it's in the middle of the night. But it's bigger than this situation. We're dealing with powers and principalities, rulers of darkness of this world, spiritual wickedness in high places. That's what we are dealing with. We are dealing with people, their downfall of Daystar would trickle down to other ministries. That things that are being covered up in mega ministries, because it's the mega ministries that is propping up Daystar. Y'all need to listen. I'm done. It's the mega ministries that's propping up Daystar. And if Daystar can crumble, then truth can come out in these mega ministries. And if that start happening, the whole surface of Christendom is going to change. That's why the powers that be can't let it happen. They can't let it happen. In these last 2 minutes, they do not need this to happen, because the whole face of Christianity would have to change because of all of the rampant corruption. We just heard about Dr. Michael Brown. We see that T.D. Jakes taking some man to court. Perry Stone did something with some girl in his office, allegedly. You see all these things coming out. It will trickle down if these people find out that their celebrity pastors are not perfect, are not innocent, are not gods. And that's why they say we cannot let this go down. We got to stay on the Daystar channel. We got to insulate Susie. We got to make her feel good about our foolishness. So I need you to be wise. It's going to be a long fight, and you're going to feel all kinds of ways. But me, I've been behind the scenes, and I know what the truth is. Once again, thank you for watching. I'm not going to hold any longer. I appreciate you. What I want you to do is like this, subscribe to the channel. I want you to share, because their hopes is by releasing a video in the middle of the night, no one else would answer to it. And I'm saying at least one of us will, and I'm pretty sure many more will. And we need to be able to catch people's minds and say, view it with discernment. Put on your good ears. Put on your good eyes. You think you're watching a rebuttal, but you might just be watching a movie.